Hello! Today I am going to teach a pranayama class, a breathing class, looking at different breathing techniques to help soothe and relax the central nervous system, specifically the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of our nervous system that is responsible for that rest and digest function. It can be very easy to think that breathing is just breathing. We do it every day. We're still standing, aren't we? But the truth is that we don't always breathe optimally. So this class is really to guide you through some great techniques to help work the muscles of breathing, your abdominal muscles, your diaphragm, your lungs. We'll be looking at Nadi Shodhana, which is the alternate nostril breathing, and all of these together can really support good mental health and well-being. So where shall we start? I think I've told you my theme, so let's just get started. Okay, so we'll start with a seated warm-up, really just to expand into the thoracic center, to expand into the chest cavity, to open up the muscles to help breathe optimally. Let's start with my little candle slightly to the right. Let's start with a side stretch. In fact, let's start with a couple of big breaths. Taking a big breath in, drawing your breath all the way up from your root, right up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, breathing all the way out, feel your shoulders begin to soften. And another couple of big breaths here. Big breath in, all the way from your root, right up to the crown of your head. And exhale out. One more mouth breath this time if you haven't already. Big breath in, drawing that breath all the way up to the crown of your head, and exhale as you breathe all the way out. You might hear the very deep breathing to my right. One of my dogs, if not both, are breathing very heavily. That's not me. Okay, let's, if they start to snore, I do apologize. Let's start with the side stretch. Hand to the side of your hip. Big inhale, big stretch up and over as you exhale. Keeping your bum grounded. We're really working into the side body here. Take a couple of breaths. And then on your next exhale, doing the same, the other side, hand to the side. Inhale, arm over ear, side stretch, bum grounded, elbow to or towards the mat. Oh, Scylla, she's really going for it. And then all the way back up. On your inhale, crescent stretch, take your hands, you can't see me, to clasp overhead. Exhale to the side. Inhale right back up to your center. Exhale the other side. Inhale back up to your center. As you exhale this time, hand to opposite knee, other hand behind your hip. Come for a twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, if you can twist a little bit deeper, well done. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Exhale, hand to opposite knee, other hand behind your hip, keeping that bum grounded. Coming around. And right back to your center on your exhale, dipping the chin down to the chest, and maybe taking a moment to set an intention for your class today. Like I say, it is focused around relaxation, calming, soothing the central nervous system, and balancing. So just take a moment to check in. Maybe noticing how you're feeling in this moment. Noticing how your body is feeling on your mat or wherever you're sitting or lying in this moment. Noticing with curiosity that sense of detachment, no judgment here. How are you physically feeling? How are you mentally feeling? And how do you want to feel in half an hour or so as you leave this class? take that moment to check in, to notice. We can be so good at identifying all the things that we don't want, but take a moment now to identify how you do want to feel. And perhaps that can guide your pranayama practice for today. If your eyes are closed, opening them right back up, and let's move into our first technique. We're going to start with belly breathing. Maybe it was a bad idea having a candle right beside me. Okay, coming down onto your mat, to lie down onto your mat. Pillow for your head. Chill. This is how we're going to be feeling in a little while. And coming to lie on your mat. If you want, I like the bolster cushion. So you can take that onto your knee if you want to do that, or onto your knees. You're lying all the way back down, and we'll take the block to your belly. So just land it on your belly, your hands are by your side. Belly breathing is great for working the muscles of breathing, really good for strengthening them, good for opening the lungs, and for encouraging that oxygen supply to move around your body optimally. So taking your hands by your side, your block is on your belly. On your inhale, I like to imagine as if I'm breathing in through my belly button, and my belly is a balloon. And on the inhale, the block is moving up. And on the exhale, you're deflating that balloon. And the block is moving back down. So making sure that you're not just working the surface muscles, really getting underneath the block as you breathe into your belly. The diaphragm is moving down and the block is moving upwards. So taking a few moments here in silence, closing down through your eyes if that feels nice, and I will reorientate you in 3 or so minutes after you take some practice here with your belly breath. Big inhale, feeling your belly expand, and exhale as you push that breath all the way back out again, keeping your shoulders soft on your mat. And just keeping going with your own flow for the next few minutes. Taking one last big breath in, filling your belly on your inhale, feeling your diaphragm. Or maybe you don't feel your diaphragm move down. I don't know why I'm saying that. But your diaphragm is moving down on your inhale. And on your exhale, block is coming back down as your belly concaves. Making your way up to a seated position. Now you might hear my delightful French bulldog, Frankie, who is absolutely no trouble relaxing, snoring away. So I'll maybe just give him a little reorientate so that he can ease off from the snoring for a bit. Frank, good boy. Okay, we'll move on to our next Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so with alternate nostril breathing, we are breathing in.
This is a reminder, dragons.
One side. All the best laid plans. Breathing in to one side. And now my radio's going off. Breathing into the left hand side. Holding. Breathing out from the right hand side. Holding. Breathing back in from the right hand side. Holding. Breathing out the left hand side. Holding. We're going to do this whilst holding the sides of our nose. I'm going to take off my glasses for this one actually. So taking your thumb and third finger, the one beside your baby finger, to the point just below the bone in your nose. On your inhale, you're breathing in to the left hand side, closing off your right hand nostril. Breathing into the left hand side, closing it down, holding, breathing out the right hand side as you close down the left, and then holding, breathing back in from the right, keeping the left closed, holding, closing off the right, breathing out from the left, holding at the bottom, and then breathing back into the left hand side. You can hold your, looks like I'm giving a bad gesture, doesn't it? You can hold those two fingers to your third eye if you want to. Okay, so let's start. Again, closing down through your eyes if that feels okay. I'll guide you through the breath work a couple of times and then you can go yourself for the next few minutes. So starting by taking your thumb and your fourth finger, the finger beside your baby, to just below the bone below your nose. You can take your other hand to your Gyan Mudra, your thumb and third finger together, just to help the focus as well, if that feels good for you. Let's close down through the right hand side, opening up through the left, taking your two fingers to your third eye if that feels good, or you can just tuck them in if that feels better. Breathing in for 4 to your left hand side. Closing the left nostril, holding for 6. Breathing out for 8 on the right hand side. Holding for 6. Then breathing back in for 4 on the right hand side. Closing off the nostril, holding for 6. Opening the left nostril, breathing out to 8. Holding for 6. And breathing back in the left hand side to 4. And then just going with your own flow for the next few moments. I'll let you do a few breaths here yourself, and keeping those ratios as much as you can, breathing in for 4, holding for 6, breathing out for 8, holding for 6, breathing in for 4, holding for 6, out to 8, holding for 6, into 4. Gosh, all these numbers are confusing. So just doing it as best as you can. You can lengthen those ratios. You can shorten them too if those ratios are too much just now. So just working as best you can for the next few minutes as you build up that capacity. And then finishing whatever round you're at and coming back into focus. I'm sure you can hear Frankie snoring. Not the most relaxing. Frankie! He's just looking at me as if to say, do you really want me to move? Okay, let's come. That's your Nadi Shodhana, your alternative nostril breathing. Really good for clearing blocked energy channels. So we're synthesizing, is that the right word? Synthesizing, balancing the left and the right hand side of the body. It's great for boosting the immune system. It's great for calming, great for releasing fatigue. What else? Just a contraindication not to do it when you have sinusitis. Okay, let's move on to full yogic breath, which is my favorite one of my favorites of the yogic breathing techniques. 3-part breath. We're going to work with 3 different sections of your lungs. So it's all about engaging the lungs. It's all about improving circulation, reducing stress, and really optimizing your breathing. Very refreshing and balancing for body and for mind. Starting with the belly, we're going to move into our diaphragmatic breathing from sitting this time, although if you feel better to lie down, absolutely go for that. We're then going to move into our middle section through our rib cage, and then finish by coming all the way up to the collarbone and the throat. Hands in your mudra if you want to, or resting on your knees. Take a moment to soften the shoulders, straighten and lengthen through your spine. Feel your crown reaching through the top of your head as you close down through your eyes. If that feels comfortable for you, come back into your breath. If it feels good and if it helps, you can always take your hands to your belly to really focus the first part of your belly breathing. As you inhale, breathing into your navel, into your belly button, feel your belly expand, get bigger. And as you exhale, pushing that breath all the way out, use your abdominal muscles to push as much of that breath out as you can. So the inhale, your belly, much as we were using with the block earlier on, the belly is getting bigger on your inhale. On the exhale, it's drawing back towards your spine. So taking a few breaths here for a few moments. You can always add a visual if it feels nice, which I always think is nice. On your inhale, breathing into that balloon, feel that balloon getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As you exhale, use your breath to push that balloon away. Just see it drifting off into the distance, carrying away any of the troubles, any tensions, strains, stressors of the day as you carry on with your breath in this way for the next few moments. Let's move on to the second part of our 3-part breath. On your next inhale, breathing into your belly, feel your belly expand. As you inhale, your belly is moving up in and through your rib cage. Feel that belly almost like, or feel that breath rather, almost like a breath. I imagine a ribbon, maybe a coloured ribbon. Feel that ribbon move in through, around your rib cage. Feel that breath expanding into your rib cage as your rib cage gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Really feeling that breath expand. Shoulders are nice and soft, your spine remains long, reaching through the crown of your head. Big breaths into your belly, all the way in, through and up into your rib cage. The expression between each rib getting bigger and expanding with each subsequent breath. Let's move on to the third part of our full yogic breath. So we're breathing into the belly, we're breathing up into the rib cage, we're expanding here, really filling the lungs. And this time we're going to bring our breath all the way up to the collarbone. So it can be nice maybe to take one hand to your belly, just to guide the breath in, and one hand to your collarbone. Just remembering not to lift your shoulders as you breathe all the way up, keeping those shoulders nice and soft. Inhale, breathe into your belly, feel your belly expand. Draw that breath up higher into your rib cage, around those ribs, and all the way up to your collarbone and throat. As you exhale, pushing that breath all the way back down and out through your belly button now. Take a few breaths in this way, the 3-part breath, belly, rib cage, collarbone. Big optimal fueling of your body using your breath in this really powerful, energizing, revitalizing way. Okay, let's finish. You can stay exactly where you are, or you can return to your position on your mat. Get your blanket to Korean a little bit, snuggle in. Or you can stay in your seated position. Let's finish in our Shavasana corpse pose, or a modification of using any of the props that you want to. Hands are by your side, shoulders parted, soften the not shoulders parted, hands, fingers. Shoulders are soft on your mat. And continue to fuel your body with your lovely optimal breath, your belly, your 3-part yogic breath. As you continue to relax for the next few moments. Big breaths in as you draw your breath all the way up to the top of your head. Softening all those muscles at the top of your scalp. Your forehead, relax. Eyes, cheekbones, relax. Mouth, throat softening, opening, relaxing. As you draw your attention down to your neck, your shoulders, feel them relax deeper into the mat. Your arms, your hands, so soft, so relaxed as you continue to fuel your body with deep breaths here. Upper back, your shoulders, your lower back relaxing, soothing, softening into your mat. And your chest, your belly, relaxing, softening. Your hips and your pelvis, relaxing deeper into that mat now. Your legs, quads, hamstrings, knees, your shins and your, already said calves, have I? I meant to say quads. Your calves relaxing, just feel everything relax right back down. Your ankles and your feet softening and relaxing. On your next inhale, breathing into your feet, imagining as if your body is breathing. Draw that breath all the way up your feet into your lower legs, your upper legs, your hips, all the way up your energetic center, your energetic backbone, your spine. Draw that breath up your spine, healing, restoring, revitalizing, rejuvenating, all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale all the way back down, feel it like a mist or a veil of calm, just settling all the way from the crown of your head, down your face, softening all the muscles, all the way down your front body and your back body as you settle deeper now into the mat, relaxing, restored, energized. Yet completely and utterly soothed here on your mat. Take a few more deep, refreshing breaths all the way from your toes up to the crown of your head and right back down again. Each subsequent breath is like a wave of relaxation flowing down through your body. Rest here in silence for the next few moments. And then preparing to reorientate back into the room. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, bringing energy back into your body. Big refreshing breath in, drawing it up from your feet all the way up to the crown of your head. On your exhale, restoring your body to the appropriate amount of energy required to maneuver you through the rest of your day. And then when you're ready, making your way up to a seated position, we will finish with our 3 chants. And if you can hear Frankie on this video, you will maybe understand why he doesn't sleep with me. He is quite prolific in his snoring, but I'm glad that he enjoyed the relaxation, and I hope that you did too. Coming into your seated Sukhasana position, shoulders soft, spine long. Let's take a couple of stretches just to reorientate, similar to how we started. Big stretch up, crescent stretch, clasping hands overhead, maybe taking your hands behind your ears. Exhale to one side. Inhaling all the way back up to center and exhaling down the other side. We'll finish with a twist either way, hand to opposite knee. Exhale as you twist over one shoulder. Exhale as you come back around the other way, gazing over the other shoulder. Coming right back to your center, let's take our hands to our heart. 3 ums to finish. Let's start on big breath in. And then drawing your arm up your body, so almost corresponding to that 3-part breath, into your belly, up through into your heart center, and the drawing it out of the top of your head. Breath in. thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that pranayama breathwork class. Have a lovely day. Namaste.